Hey folks, Spike here with Heartbreaker Relics. Killing a little time till Randy and I and Chance can get back in the creeks and hunt some more arrowheads. Every evening I try to get down here and do a little metal detecting, and here's some clips of what I've found over the past couple of weeks. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, we've got to film this. I dug it up at something square. I started picking up to see if that was it, and I laid it back down. Come on, let's look at it with me. It's right there. I don't know. Is it a buckle? That's what it looks like it is. Oh, look. Oh, wow. It's got a little hinge. It's the top off of something. Oh. What was it ringing up? It was in amongst some other junk there. Sounds like maybe aluminum. Sounds like maybe it's aluminum, but I'll get it cleaned up and we'll get some better pictures. Okay, down here digging this evening, the wind's blowing, had some storms come through today. I thought it might be a little bit cooler. I want to work in this wet ground, see what the conditions were like, see what the detector acted like in the wet ground. And I think I got my first nickel. I'm sure it is. We'll see what it is together here. But it looks like I can see the head there. Oh, and it's a Jefferson. I would have loved for it to have been a buffalo, but hey, beggars can't be choosy. My first nickel, so a lot of first out here. I'll get a date off from it later. All right, on to the next one. Okay, I thought there was something funny about the nickel, about the way it rang up. This nickel's ringing up a 68 to a 70. The date on it is 1944. If I'm not mistaken, that means it's a war nickel. It's a silver nickel. If that's true, then this is the fifth piece of silver off this lot. We'll take a closer look at it. If you can see it, but I'll get a close-up picture. Said this camera doesn't focus good, but the date is 1944. I'll be doggone. Just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it, out here? Okay, folks, not 10 minutes since I dug up that nickel, that 1944 nickel. I hit a 53 signal, which is what a nickel should be. And look what I got here. I don't know what kind it is yet because I just pulled it out and rolled over. So we get, oh, it's another Jefferson. Another Jefferson. About, I don't know, it's about 10 foot from where the other one was. I'll clean it up and get a date off from it, and we'll get back with you. Okay, folks, this nickel is what a nickel should look like. It hit 53 on that AT Pro, and I believe it says 1951, which is cool. That's the year I was born. And this is what a nickel should look like. The other nickel is silver. This one has got the right patina from the videos I've seen. And wish and you shall receive. I had just talking about I'd never found a nickel. I'd sure like to find one. I was hoping it'd be a buffalo, but hey, that's pretty cool. A war nickel, silver nickel, and a 1951 nickel from the year I was born. It's hot out here, but there's a little breeze blowing, so I'm staying with it. And folks, if you've watched any of the other videos, I think it was in the first metal detecting video I had, I dug up 2 World War II era buttons with the 13 stars. Well, I got another one right there. there. Rung up about a 66, I think it was. It's got a little wear and a little damage on one side. And man, that's just what a day, man. I'm tickled to death. I'm glad I stayed out here in this cool breeze blowing. All right, back out here, as you can see, it's hot, and that's why I got rid of the beard. And I know you probably get tired of hearing me saying this, but I got another first. But I hadn't been doing this long, so just about every time I find something different, well, it's a first. Well, that didn't make sense. But got a pocket knife, my first one. So I'm gonna turn the camera around, go down with me, and take a look. There she is, right there. Blade open and everything. I'll get home, clean it what I can clean, and see what else is on it. See if I can tell what kind. It doesn't matter, it's cool. Anytime you find something like that, it's cool, especially the first time. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Okay, I dug this thing here thinking it was a penny because it gives the same signal. It's about a 78 to an 80. Take a look at it, it's unusual. Okay, got another coin. There it is. Maybe not a coin. What is this? Oh, it's a dime. It's a clad dime. But it's got, no, maybe not. Let me get it cleaned off and see what it is. I'll turn the camera. It's a dime, but it's been mashed. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? It's got a little, something has really mashed the heck out of it right there. It's clad because you can see the copper. But look at that. That's unique. I like finding unusual stuff like that. We'll get cleaned up, we'll get some better pictures. Okay, this is the dime I just dug. It's a clad dime, and I think it says 2007. It's not very old, but what's unusual is that big divot on the side, or the big flat spot, and the best I can figure out is that the lawnmower hit it just right and just flattened out that end up there. But see, that's an unusual piece, and it's a cool piece to dig. So just something else interesting. I guess you can see I'm back here in the edge of this little wooded spot on this lot, and I just dug something that's pretty unusual. It's a handle out of something, I guess. I'm not sure what. It looks like it's brass. It's got some writing on it. We're going to take a look, and I'm going to go home and clean it up and see if I can figure out what this writing is. I'm going to have to get home and clean it up, and I'll get back with you. But that's cool. I don't know what it is. Okay, folks, the object that you just saw me dig is a prime example of why you should never throw anything away until you figure out exactly what it is. If you can, hold on to it. I've got stuff I held on to for years until I figured out what it was, thinking in the beginning it really wasn't anything. Randy and I have learned sometimes the hard way, as you can tell by the hammerstone recovery we did in a video a few videos back, hammerstone recovery in a petrified beaver or something like that. you hold on to stuff because you don't really know the value or the purpose. Well, the object that I just dug, after looking at it for several hours, I finally figured out what it was. After I straightened it out, folks, it's a letter opener. Let's take a good look at it, and you can see. I did not know what it was, but it says Stationer Loose Leaf Company, Faultless Loose Leaf Books, Milwaukee. And it's got some filigree on it, you can see there. Nice design. May have been silver or chrome plated at one time. But that's just a prime example of why you should hold on to things until you know exactly what they are. Well, in the earlier videos you've seen me digging the military buttons. Two of them in an earlier video and one earlier in this video. Two of them came from exactly where I'm standing, and another one came from about 30 yards away. I came back here just looking again and edge these woods with the AT Pro just to see if I could pick it up, and I kept getting that same signal, 66. And I dug, and when I dig it, I'd lose it. But I finally got it pinned down, and I've got it here. I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to go down and look. It's another one of those military buttons, so just hold on with me. The other two came from right in here, in the same place. This is probably off the same garment, and I'm pretty sure this is what this is. Yep. So I said I hope I might get the whole garment before it was over with. Let me make sure it's got the same markings. Yep, there are the stars. This one's in pretty good shape too. So that's 4 of them off this lot. 3 of them right here within a little 2-foot circle of each other. I'll move on and see what else we can find. Okay, so I left my other camera at the house and I'm having to film with my phone. I don't care for the job it does. It does a pretty good job. But I'm on to something here. The button that I just dug, I kept checking around with the detector. Not 6 inches. Not 6 inches from where I found it. Got another signal and dug. We're gonna go down and look at it. Here we go. You know, I hear my mockingbird back there in the background. Look right there at the end of the pin pointer. Right there. The whole jacket or the whole shirt or whatever this is all from must have been right here, because this is the whole spot. You see this right in here is where I've dug 4 buttons. I said the other button was way up at the front. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, I'll get some pictures of them. I said this camera, there it is. World War II era general service military buttons. All right, let's see if we can find any more. I've never been in a situation like this where I keep finding something over and over, but I found another military button just a few inches from where I found the last one. In fact, in the same hole. We'll go down and take a look. That's 5 out of just this little 2-foot circle here. So undoubtedly, they're off the same garment. And I'm going to keep going until I can't find any more. The heat runs me out one. In any case, I'll be back till I get them all. I'm gonna have to do some research and see how many buttons were on the garments, but we're gonna go down and take a look at it. Okay, again at the end of the pin pointer, right there. I'm kind of learning. It's getting late in the evening. That's why the light keeps coming on the camera. There, you can see a better view of it right there. Admitted, these are World War II era. They're not Civil War or anything like that, but I'm going to tell you, I get excited about World War II memorabilia, especially when I'm digging it myself. So I'm going to keep going before it gets too dark or it gets too hot. Because believe me, folks, it's not getting any cooler out here. All right, got another little cool little first here. First little car. Maybe the rest of it's in there. We'll see.